I am at the LaPierre USA open house, and we're gonna go check out all the tents. So each tent is set up for the different level of producer that you are. So we're gonna start with the hobby. We will work our way up, check out all the different equipment that there is. I will try to get someone to explain some of it to you because I don't know all of it. So let's go check it out. And I have Brad with me today. He's the expert. So we're going to talk about a piece of equipment from each one because there is so much here that we can't cover them all. So he's going to choose which one to tell us about.
Sounds good. It's a beautiful day out.
A little bright outside. We're heading over to the hobby tent right now. What are you going to show us here?
I think we're going to take a look at some of the hobby filtering equipment. So for the hobby producers, filtering syrup's obviously a challenge. You're not quite big enough for that plate and frame filter press yet, but you need something better than just the old bag gravity filters. So what we have available is a vacuum assisted filtering operation. So this works a lot like a gravity filter. You're going to pour the syrup in the top. Syrup's going to go down through the gravity filter, but we're just going to use a shop vac for a really simple vacuum setup to apply a small amount of vacuum on the underside of the filter to help accelerate how quickly the syrup can get through the press and make it a more efficient operation. So one of the upgrades we brought this year to the market is on our Vision Evaporator line, which has been really popular for the wood-fired and hobby producers. But some of our wood-fired producers want to make that transition to fuel oil or gas-fired. So we have a conversion system that mounts right to the same door as your Vision Evaporator. We can put ceramic blanket in the arch like you would an oil-fired evaporator to change the insulating, and we can add an oil-fired gun to the front of this so that we can turn this into an oil-fired evaporator. But by simply unbolting this plate, we can put the glass back in, and it's back to being a wood-fired evaporator if someone chooses to want to go back the other direction in the future. So it gives us ultimate versatility for the small to hobby producer and gives them that nice look they're looking for. So one of the really important things for maple producers now is to understand the impact of sap quality and how it impacts their syrup quality, and how can we improve sap quality so that our tanks are cleaner, how our evaporator will run better, and our syrup will filter easier. And so we have the new glass bead filters available in different sizes from 30 gallons a minute up to 120 gallons a minute. And what these are going to do is we're going to filter through a heat treated glass bead instead of sand or diatomaceous earth or some type of fabric that can be sanitized and washed every day so that we can keep reusing it over the course of a season with very little operational cost. And we're going to filter down to 2 microns, which is really fine, finer than most RO machines, and enables us to get really clean sap, which then in turn makes really beautiful, good flavored syrup that's easy to filter. This is the new modulating automatic draw-off that came out this year. So we have the ability to measure temperature at 4 different places in the evaporator and then select which one we're going to use as our draw-off point, so that when you reverse flow within the evaporator, you can see the temperature movement come from one section to the next section of the pan. But then it also is set up to fully compensate for barometric pressure. So once you set your differential to where you want to draw syrup today, it's going to automatically regulate throughout the day with the atmospheric pressure changes that naturally happen in the sugar house. So you've got the ability with this to also manually open, manually close, do whatever you need to do, and you can see all 4 of your temperatures on the screen and your draw-off point and your offset point all together right in one spot. So big upgrade for the automatic draw-off from LaPierre. Let's head over to the Pro Series tent, deal with all the big producers, and what they like to see is all the shiny stuff.
This is actually one of my favorite tents because there's just so much stainless steel.
There is a lot. There's
a really big price tags.
So there's really cool new stuff in this tent. So in here, there's all the things a big producer would want to look at, and even some of the medium-sized producers would want to look at. But we've got the new steam evaporator that's fully automated in here. We've got the Turbo 3 with the pan washing system all built into it in place. But most importantly is the RO technology. And so we're going to take a look at a 5000 series 18 post fully automated RO. this is going to be sort of the pinnacle of RO technology when you get into the larger producers. This is our 18 membrane 5000 series RO machine. It's the largest in the 5000 series. We do make a 10,000 series for even bigger producers, but this machine is set up, you'll see all the motorized valves along the top. This machine is set up to be fully automated, where you can program your day into the machine for rinses, for washes, for concentrating cycles, desugaring cycles, all the way through, and start it and let it run. If something happens and it stops because it runs out of liquid or for any reason, it's going to send you an alert to your phone to tell you the machine is off for some reason, so you can come back and check on it. But at the end of every day, you're going to get optimal efficiency because it's going to rinse when it should, wash when it should, concentrate at an optimal level. And one of the most beautiful features on the LaPierre RO machines now is this features the auto brick system, where we can set a dial to the correct concentrate that we want to have coming out of the RO, and the machine automatically regulates to that concentrate level. And we don't have to go in and keep adjusting the valve all throughout the day to get that concentrate level we're looking for. So with this, we have the ability to run any cycle. So if we hit the concentrate button, we can then set up our target bricks level we want to run, how long we want to run, if we're using pre-concentrated sap or not, which filters we want to use. We can basically set all the parameters up, and when we push the start button, it's going to run through this sequence automatically for us. But more importantly, we can set up a whole day. So we can rinse, concentrate, desugar, rinse, concentrate, desugar, rinse, and we can have that all preset right into the RO, so we can just hit the start button and it's going to run all its cycles throughout the day. And they can be based on time, or they could be based on volume. So in this case, the rinse is set on time. It's going to run for 5 minutes, and then it's going to switch to the next cycle. And as we go through all the different screens, we can preset several different days into the system, where number one might be a normal concentrating day, but number two might be when the sap's getting worse and we need to wash more often. So we're going to set up a more aggressive washing cycle. One of these might be we need to do a double or a triple wash with acid. So we've got a whole cycle preset for that we can just pick, push start, and the machine does its job.
So if you're in the market for a large reverse osmosis machine, or you're just curious to see how much one of these bad boys would cost, let's take a look. So those are just a few of the things here at LaPierre that they have set up on display. It is really incredible. If you guys have not been out to an open house, you really should get to one. There's all the equipment set up on display, people everywhere to ask questions, to tell you more about it. But thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and we'll see you next time.